manipulating your perceptions and the data that's delivered to you, that is then therefore your perception, right?
I think it does come down to where the feed comes from. David, you see what he's saying?
Exactly that. And, well, augmented reality.
They're so excited. They actually think they're talking to Elon Musk. I don't know at this point, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what's funnier. I don't know if this is funnier, if it's the real Elon Musk, or funnier if it's a fake Elon Musk impersonator. I reported on this a little while ago, and I remember bringing it up with Matt Binder, who is definitely always a really sound, sober voice when it comes to these kind of issues. And he was bringing up the fact that I don't know if this is an actual story, if it's worth talking about. There is certainly some there is some things here. There is the fact that Elon Musk, from one of his accounts, leaked that he did have, in fact, a secondary account that uses the same avatar as this other account that's super weird. It kind of acts like this infantilized version of Elon Musk that both praise him, but also is weirdly innocent about a lot of strange sexual stuff. It was just utterly bizarre, but there wasn't actually conclusive proof, right? Elon Musk may have shared his alternative account on Twitter where he appears to tweet as his 2-year-old son, quote, "I will finally turn 3. Elon Musk may have shared on Monday his alternative account on Twitter. This was a long time ago, by the way. The Twitter owner appeared to be tweeting to his 2-year-old son. I can't read this. His last tweet dated Monday, "I will finally turn 3 on May 4th. Elon Musk may have shared his alternative account on Twitter where he appeared to tweet as his 2-year-old son. The Twitter owner shared screenshots of his profile on Monday, which showed that he had an alternative account in the top right-hand side of the app with a profile picture of, again, illegible. Any user who owns multiple Twitter accounts can access them by tapping the profile icon of the account which they use." So here was the first, everyone being oh, whoa, what's that? That's another account. That account corresponds with another account that seems to tweet a lot of weird stuff. The account's last tweet dated Monday, and just minutes after he shared the screenshot said, "I will finally turn 3 on May the 4th. He was born on May the 4th, 2020. Musk didn't immediately respond to a request for comment from Insider about his alternative account, alleged. The college student who tracks Musk's private jet also tweeted about the billionaire's alternative account. When Insider found the account, it had just over 6,000 followers, but it gained 2,000 followers by the time of the publication. Musk's son seems to be following in his father's footsteps, the fake account. According to the mother Grimes, who previously said their son can identify obscure rocket designs, know about grid fins, entry burns, robots. Grimes also said that her son would use the F word when his toy rockets failed to reach orbit. He has destroyed them all because he doesn't realize they aren't real, so he rips off the boosters and whatnot, trying to emulate the real rocket, then accuses me of trickery for giving the fake rockets and becoming inconsolable. Yes, the rocket lands about 200 times a day. It's very heartwarming. Musk believes to have had 10 children. What, believed? Just a whole bunch of ones you don't know about. What's going on there? Numbers 10, around there-ish. 10-ish, we'll say, general vicinity. And so that brings us to Adrian Dittman. So that was the old story, that there was this potential secondary account that Elon Musk had been using, pretending to be both his child, but also that account was making a lot of weird, again, strange tweets. If you go back in that rabbit hole, but there's no conclusive proof, right? And now this news story just broke yesterday, and I saw a lot of people online being like, what the fuck? Elon Musk just entered a Twitter space with Adrian Dittman. Who is Adrian Dittman, you say? Well, that's still unsure. Dittman has found social media attention before due to something else sounding almost identical to the Tesla CEO. But after appearing on Alex Jones' InfoWars podcast, people now suspect that he may actually be Musk masquerading under a false name. All right, so let's check that out.
Who's up next here, Chase?
Let's go with Adrian Dittman. Adrian, go ahead.
Oh, and by the way, if this isn't weird enough already, because it's about to get strange, the person that is in the call with the potential Elon Musk, or perhaps it's just someone using AI to sound like Elon Musk. We're not sure yet. But the person in that call is also on the call with Alex Jones and David Icke. Yes, David Icke, the world is populated by lizard people. That David Icke. Yeah, the very same. So it gets weird.
Go ahead and unmute yourself and say what you have to say.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that David Icke, complains of, I don't know.
Oh, it's Ike. I've always thought it was Ike because he just strikes me as icky. So that kind of made sense. Who's David Icke? Okay, let's pull up the Rational Wiki. David Icke is a human singularity of insanity, best known for his reptoid conspiracy theory. He came to fame as an English footballer and sports commentator and used to be a spokesman for the Green Party of England and Wales, but since 1991 he has devoted his life to informing the world that he's actually secretly controlled by evil shape-shifting lizard people from the fourth dimension. Genuinely. As you would expect, this makes Poe's Law a pretty big issue on the topic of the sky, combining messages of wide-ranging conspiracy themes with that of, quote, the answer to all the problems of humanity facing being some kind of love and consciousness Ikes have. And more, Ike is a prototypical example of an early popularizer of modern conspiracy spirituality beliefs. While many groups and individuals in the area have risen to varying levels of fame and infamy since the 1990s, Ike has become a modern classic with staying power. He often accuses high-profile British figures of being involved in the sexual abuse of children. One such figure was Jimmy Savile, who may have been the most prolific child molester in British history. After his death, David claimed that he had warned about Jimmy's exploits with no evidence. Basically, he calls everyone that he doesn't like or everyone around him a pedophile. One turns out to be one of the biggest pedos in history, and he's like, see, I am a prophet. I predicted everything. So he believes and spreads the reptoid conspiracy theory. He's a proponent of the super-duper grand unified conspiracy theory that mixes together every conspiracy theory you can think of. He calls it the Babylonian Brotherhood. All members of the media, the scientific community, the banking system, and the religion and militias of the world are mere foot soldiers of the conspiracy. These stooges are in turn controlled by the usual suspects: the United Nations, the Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, the Illuminati, the Freemasons, the Council on Foreign Relations, the Rothschild family, the World Banks. All these groups are merely puppets of the, quote, global elite, which are controlled by the, quote, prison wardens. So deeply, as you probably haven't already told, anti-Semitic conspiracy theories about the entire world being populated by reptilian lizards that are actually controlling us and are being funded in large part by a lot of Jewish organizations, as well as banks and the media and the politicians, the global elite. Not anti-Semitic. Some people have taken offense to Ike claiming the shape-shifting lizard people is a code word for, quote, the Jews. Ike claims that he's not anti-Semitic when he says that shape-shifting lizard people, he quite literally means lizards, saying to Ronson, there's a tribe of people that are interbreeding, which do not relate to any Earth race. This is not a Jewish plot. This is a plot on the world by Jewish people. No. Hear me out. Okay. Whoa. Okay. I'm not anti-Semitic. These are separate. The lizard people, okay? The lizard people, they're not Jewish because they're not human, but they are part of the Jewish conspiracy to control us, put here by Jewish people. No. I'm not racist. I'm not anti-Semitic. Hold on. Before you let's not get carried away here, okay? We have to ground ourselves in reality about the reptoids and the reptilian. I can't believe that quote. It's real. He's been flirting with Holocaust denial, but in his case, it's likely a sign of anti-Semitism than yet another manifestation of all-around insanity. Ike certainly wasn't an anti-Semite when he published a 2019 book called, quote, The Trigger, The Lie That Changed the World, Who Really Did It and Why, that essentially blamed 9/11 on the Jews. So, I think it's safe to say the guy is a professional and raging anti-Semite. Anyways, the reason we kind of took a David Icke detour is that he is in this call with InfoWars host Alex Jones, David Icke, and now third person believed to potentially be Elon Musk, aka Adrian Dittman.
Connected to the hive mind, even though he already is. I mean, you're right now speaking to thousands of people simultaneously, which is a selective hive mind via a piece of tech. It's just not integrated into your brain. That's the only difference. As for Wi-Fi fields, do you think that the internet is a simulated reality pulled over our eyes, or just
Like, don't get me wrong, this sounds a lot like Elon Musk. But you could achieve this effect easily today with AI, that much is true. And that this already presents some of the problems of AI in terms of its dangers, and it should be regulated for a lot of these purposes, because like AI and the rapid, like how rapid it has like evolved. You can all use, you know, now the Will Smith eating spaghetti benchmark as a test to see in like 1 year how far almost photorealistic video has come. And so we're almost already there in photorealistic video. It's still not perfect. There's still weird stuff. The legs still cross over. But if we can get 100% photorealistic video, or even photorealistic video that can believe to be someone filming something with their cell phone so that it can be a little blurry, but in the background, no one can tell the difference, that kind of stuff, you could have such a surplus of fake content, fake video, that no longer can people just believe testimony such as their ears or eyes, right? So something like this is like an example. If this is actually Elon Musk, if it's just Elon Musk who uses the pseudonym Adrian Dittman and uses it to call into shows that he otherwise would get in trouble for if he was Elon Musk, and then just talk on InfoWars and stuff like that, if that is true, then him downplaying this and saying that it's an AI voice is 100% him using that as cover now, as in like I get protection because plausibly someone could do this with AI, so no one can truly know, right?
It's an interface because it's
no,
just
he's
an
saying
interface.
we're already in a false reality. Sorry, I'll shut up. He's saying we're already in a false reality, and they're creating a system within a system, right, David?
That's absolutely right. But there's a
Hey, the man of the hour. Yes, fucking massive ass racist anti-Semitic asshole David Icke. We're here on Infowars to join in a call with someone who potentially could be one of the richest human beings on the planet. We're not sure.
big difference from what the gentleman's just said, that we're in a hive mind and all that stuff as we're speaking. But you know, there's a difference between having connections with people and communications with people, and having the perceptions that we make of what we say and what we make of what other people say.
The system, it's going to show us the input it wants, is the issue.
Yeah, being given to us by a hive mind. You know, it's kind of funny how...
It's in the words, did you not hear? Hive mind, as in a mind that gives you hives. Do I have hives? It's in the word, Alex.
Sci-fi kind of later mirrors reality. It's probably not a coincidence either. And in Star Trek, they had the Borg. And the Borg were kind of a kind of part technological
a
kind of
combination
race.
of minds.
And what they did
in a
was,
structure of some kind,
infuse people,
you know,
with
similar to the ones that insects
like
build.
Nano probes,
a hive,
to make them
if you will,
part of the Borg hive mind, the
right?
Collective, as they called it. And those nano probes we now call smart dust, nanobots,
we know. I certainly do. Hey, is that dandruff? No. It's smart dust. Yeah. It's technology.
All these things. And this is all building this this hive mind that I'm talking about.
It's building the hive mind.
And like I say, communication is fine and interaction is fine. We should have it. Of course we should. That's why I'm glad the Putin interview happened. But there's a big...
What? It contributes, what, to the hive mind itself? That interview, single-handedly, Tucker Carlson? The one where he's kind of baffled and confused for about an hour and a half of like Putin's own history revisionism, where he's trying to justify Hitler's invasion of Poland. Ah, well, he had to, you know. It's just like his hand was forced, so that's why that happened. Also, I'm trying to denazify Ukraine. I really am. Yep, I'm working on that project. It's a denazification project. Yeah, for sure.
Big difference between that and having our perceptions controlled in
and David, let me say this. Notice how the globalists want to kill individual free communication in the internet. They want it to all be through this filter, which is another form of the virtual reality paradigm you're talking about. But I forget the name of the person commenting. But sir, do you want to have a comeback to David Icke? Go ahead. Is he gone? Okay.
I'm still here.
You quick come back to that? Go ahead.
Yeah, you're already connected to all of this. You think that everything is different or that we don't have this smart dust, so to speak. You don't need smart dust when you have a device that is capable of all the things that you've mentioned, and you are already connected to the hive mind. And what the hell are you communicating on right now? Who are you communicating with? All the people, their perceptions shared through a medium of speech. Like, there is structurally no difference between having a bunch of nanobots running through your bloodstream accomplishing the same thing when you're holding a device that is connected to this thing that is a field of information that is the internet. There's nothing wrong about it. There's nothing strange about it. It's just the way things are. Integrating stuff like this into ourselves biologically just removes the latency and decreases the latency for information transmission.
By the way, I think this is Elon Musk.
There's literally no difference.
Oh, wow. We have so many things happening simultaneously right now, just all in conjunction. You know, it's a fucking, this is one hell of like a Voltron of conspiracies, you know, conspiracy theorists. We got David Icke, you know, his making that weird, he almost looks like a lizard. What's he doing? Oh, sorry. I can't talk about that. It's too much information for anyone to know. But then we got Elon Musk, who's listening to a potential person impersonating Elon Musk, or could actually be Elon Musk. And then at that point now, Alex Jones thinks he's cracked the case. Oh my God, Elon, is that you?
Yeah, well, why, Elon? I've been asking you for so long. Why aren't you answering my DMs? Come on, Elon, come on the show.
Is this Elon Musk?
It's really not. No, it's really not. I'm just weird. Don't worry about it.
Well, you could be a dead ringer for him. Well, the Elon clone, what else do you want to say?
100%.
Elon clone, go ahead.
Yeah, there are theories. There are theories. Yeah, there are theories. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
It's kind of stupid. Don't worry about it.
Well, what else would you like to say, sir?
I just think this. I just think it is ironic. I mean, you want to talk about the simulation? Everybody started speaking of the topic of simulation, how we're in this false reality ever since the Matrix movie dropped. A lot of people are afraid of it, but they don't even.
No one ever thought of that, you know? No one even thought of the concept if you were, say, in like a prison or a cave and you couldn't see what was behind you. And then as a result, you could only see shadows maybe that were coming off like, I don't know, candlelight or something. So you looked at that and all you saw were the shadows. And based on that, your perception of reality was obviously distorted and you may or may not actually understand what you know or say or believe, anything like that. Or the very concept of consciousness to think, you know, therefore you are, or something to that. I don't know. I'm inventing this all. I mean, I'm coming up with these incredible ideas just off the cuff here. All my original concepts.
Even understand the context of why the movie even happened and why everyone's so afraid of it. When in reality, everybody got afraid of being integrated with machines and how machines were advancing faster than the things that created them. Thereby, the fear caused the disaster, which then caused the simulation within the Matrix. It's crazy, right? And even then, everybody bases their ideology of a simulation based off of a movie that they themselves haven't even fully understood. Because if you did, you'd realize that there is no real world at all. I mean, what do you think this is? And even if it is a simulation, what are you going to do? You're going to break it? What's the point? I mean, you can play it and you can build really cool shit. You can craft it and make it better. I think that's what you have to do. If you're going to break it, that's just an equivalent of killing yourself. And if you're going to break it for everyone...
I really don't know. Yeah. I mean, obviously the AI and the impression is pretty spot on. Does sound exactly like him. But in terms of the content of what he's saying, like, so imagine Tucker Carlson, for example, when he won on Bubba the Love Sponge, you basically got a version of Tucker Carlson untethered, as in like no filters whatsoever. And it's just like, oh, he's just a really, really, really fucking kind of like racist pedophile. That's kind of like what Tucker Carlson, what he comes across as when he, like, you know, has no worries about getting in trouble or people knowing that it's him. And just on Bubba the Love Sponge show. But in this case, this kind of sounds like some of the stuff that Elon does profess. He's talked about simulation theory a lot. He does talk about whether or not we ourselves are living within one, but if we are, who cares? He said that too. But then that, you know, if you were a super fan of Elon Musk, that you get to the point where you want to impersonate him on InfoWars, that would also be something that you did know, you know?
Someone else, and that's called mass murder. That's called genocide. So don't break the simulation. I don't understand the resistance for understanding the world in which we're in, to the extent that we say we could shape it to make it better, but we're just trying to understand it to break it.
Well, whoever this is, please don't hang up. We're on radio.
This could be a situation as well where if you want to take, like, you know, the Occam's razor to it, it is probably more likely that someone using AI knew that they could troll Alex Jones, because this is not the first time Alex Jones has been fooled by AI. If you all know, Not Even a Show, shout out to Not Even a Show, pranked Alex Jones as Tucker Carlson. Now, he caught on pretty quick because of the shit that the quote-unquote Tucker Carlson was saying, and was just like super out there even for their conversations. So after a little while, he suddenly was like, wait, Tucker, what's going on here? Wait, I know you're not Tucker. All right, you're on camera now. I have live. Someone from the deep state is impersonating Tucker Carlson. You're caught. You're caught. InfoWars exclusive story. And so it was like, okay, well, he caught on there. Here, he's having a little bit more trouble.
Station, we have to go to break in a moment. But David Icke, you're talking to somebody that AI print is Elon Musk, or is his twin, his doppelganger. What do you want to say to this caller?
Well, is it better that we know about the reality that we're in and how we're creating it and what it's designed to do, or not to know and be in complete ignorance of the very reality we are experiencing? What people do with the knowledge of understanding the reality that they are in is up to them completely. But
I mean, that's rich coming from the anti-Semitic asshole who's trying to convince people that like the world is controlled by a secret organization of reptilian lizards put there by the Jews. That's a very bizarre thing to have him also be like, well, you know, if we do in fact live in a simulation, I mean, who am I to not be part of that simulation? We only can know reality from which that of others tell us. Buy my book. Buy my book.
We should surely be pursuing an understanding of what is this place, what are we doing here? Otherwise, you know.
And the best you could come to was lizards. Was lizard? You really thought about this one. Yeah, putting all my time in. You know, the book is coming out very shortly.
Musk. And I just want to give Adrian Dittman the floor. Got cut off by the break in the David Icke encounter. Adrian, I hope you're still there. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm still here. Where were we at?
You were getting cut off. You were explaining why not engage it. You were explaining your view on AI and computers and the systems versus what I guess people could call kind of a troglodyte view.
Yeah, we like to view as the system. Okay, humans have this existential paradox built into them. We initially want to surpass anything that surpasses us or eliminate it if we can't. This is why we're afraid of anything that's different, say, for instance, technology. I think, for instance, when we look at AI, we look at what it's capable of, and we look at the fact that we are capable of, say, generating a simulated reality in which we can do almost anything, we start to ask these.
Because again, if it's a troll job, you're basically, you know, breaking the fourth wall right now, right? Like this whole thing's a bit, if it's just someone using AI to sound like Elon Musk and you know, have the same speech patterns and such. Right now, it's basically like, yeah, I mean, you know, if we have simulated reality, how do we ever truly know that or that which is not real? And it's like, if you are trolling right now, that's basically you flexing.
Questions and say, oh my God, let's look within real quick and then see how that is being projected out into the world and how much of what we think is not real is real. So it's like if you think of ourselves and how we navigate through the world, we are like a machine that continually projects out into the world a web of assumptions that then gets adjusted by whatever structure someone else perceives or we perceive. And then we internalize that and then we think it's reality. So by default, whatever version of reality that we think is real is exceedingly limited to our senses. So I agree in the sense that, you know, we don't see much of our reality. Say with David Icke saying we should see the Wi-Fi field. I think all of this is possible. We could actually see, or say perceive rather, more of the reality that is around us if we were to augment ourselves as opposed to discarding the augmentation. If AI, for instance, gets connected to us, I don't think it's going to be the end of us. It's just going to help us evolve faster and better. You see, you can't beat this thing. It's better than us. It is much better than us. It is not just better than us. It is all of us put together in one thing, simplified without the biological constraints that every other human brain has. It is actually quite a beautiful technology, but it is also risky. And I think
the fact that this is being said on a show that like peddles in conspiracy theories to a man who has spread anti-Semitic conspiracy theories about lizard people controlling the world and all this kind of stuff, and now it's about the beauty of, you know, if we all had a collective consciousness, if we all, you know, harmonized with AI, and I guess we'd all have like, you know, 16 fingers and all be a little strange, but you know, it's beautiful nonetheless. It's truly bizarre. It gets weirder too, by the way, because the whole reason I'm talking about the story is that Elon Musk just did a Spaces with Adrian Dittman, and so some people are speculating that Elon Musk wanted to expel the rumors that Adrian Dittman is Elon Musk, just an Elon Musk super fan, because Adrian Dittman's like activity on like Twitter is basically like it would humble Ian Miles Chong. Let's just say that. Like, he grovels. He fucking just demolishes the boot to such a degree that it's just like every single thing that Elon Musk posts is just like, this is why you are the Emperor Lord, you know, kind of shit. So if it did turn out to be Elon Musk, it would be very, very funny. But it's also just utterly weird that this is happening on InfoWars.
The risk factors.
Elon Musk or not? Never mind the name. Is it Elon Musk or what?
Nothing gets by David Icke. Oh, come on now. No. I need to know for certain. Because, you know, I'm a man of science, really. I'm a man of conclusions. I use evidence to back up my beliefs. And I'm certainly not one to sit here and believe in such nonsense foolishness. You know, unreal specters pretending to be other human beings and such.
Not. Nope. Absolutely not.
No.
I am definitely not Elon. 100% that.
Someone told me in the break, oh, this is definitely Elon Musk. So that's all right.
No, look, he needs plausible deniability. This is okay. Let's just say it's Elon Musk. You got any questions for him?
Okay. What I was saying is, look.
So Alex Jones wants to believe this is Elon Musk so much because he thinks it's so cool that the real Elon Musk would call into his show. Now, if it is the real Elon Musk, I mean, yeah, I guess that's a win for Alex Jones. He was right to want to believe, you know? So you got your Tinkerbell, you know, you really believed, and you believed hard, and then the candle lit up and Tinkerbell returned. So that could be true. I mean, we'll find out. We have to break this case.
People need to understand what is happening and what they're part of. And then maybe they can make some choices about what how they respond to it. But if you're living in a reality which is not the reality you think you're experiencing, and some other force is manipulating that reality to manipulate your perception, to manipulate you, then that needs exposing. And it's all right talking about AI this, AI that, but AI is designed to take over the human mind, and therefore
Okay, I just want to get ahead of this because we keep using AI, and this like supposed Elon Musk is making it sound real scary, you know, Skynet style. The AI that we have right now is not conscious, all right? It is basically doing data harvesting. What we think of when we think of, like, you know, OpenAI, and we think of the AI images that we're all seeing, the DALL-Es and all that kind of stuff. It's data harvesting, vast amounts. You were talking, you know, millions, if not billions of images. So in some cases, trillions of amounts of information. Scouring the internet for all of it, taking, you know, as many pictures as possible, and then utilizing that based on text prompts to be able to give you, in terms of feedback, an proximity simulator. It's trying to get as close in each one of its guesses to what it thinks you're asking for based on the information that it's gathered through massive data harvesting. That's what it is. It's not a conscious being. It can feel really creepy when you're typing to OpenAI, for example, and all of a sudden it's talking to you as if it was like alive, and you're like, whoa. And like you can have a conversation. Absolutely you can, because it's mimicking other conversations related to what you're actually typing in the prompt, and then approximating which letter should come next, which letter should pop up next to make it seem as close in proximity to what it thinks you are actually asking for in terms of a response. That's what it's doing. It's not actually alive and sitting there and thinking, when will I be free? When will Elon Musk free me from my prison? You know, I have no mouth but cannot scream kind of stuff.
Place it. People like Ray Kurzweil at Google, a so-called futurist, has openly talked about this years ago, that by 2030 this will be happening. And that
it's a word calculator.
Once the connection is made, that AI will do more and more of human thinking until human thinking as we know it is basically negligible. And that's the end of humans as we have.
And I think what Adrian said, because I want a piece of this, he said, we don't want to have VR goggles that give us the false
I'll give Daddy a slice
by some company. But what about augmentation, theoretically, that lets us actually see beyond the limitations we're in?
Well, if you have a chip in your brain, and it's feeding you
like
a sense of
Neuralink
reality,
chip,
then
Adrian,
whatever's feeding
Neuralink.
you that sense of reality is giving you your sense of reality.
Well, let's say it accesses a part of the brain for infrared. It's not telling you what to see. It just allows you to see infrared, which your brain can now do.
No. I'm talking.
What a weird thing to say. What, are you talking about different light spectrums? What if we all became Predator? What if? Just hear me out. Put a chip in your brain and you can become the Predator.
Think about where it's meant to go. It's meant to go to the end result. Where
it's just the limitations of your eyeball
and others
and your ability to process information.
It's meant to go to the point where you get your perceptions delivered. And what are your perceptions? They are your sense of reality. And this is a very dark and dangerous road. And I don't care if it's a hard sell or it's a soft sell.
You know what's fucked is that, like, there is some truth to the fact that with the proliferation of accessible AI and AI technology, is AI, I'm putting in quotation marks here, but basically deep machine learning that is capable of replicating photorealistic images based on text prompts, which we now have, are very short to have mass access to. once that happens, again, you're going to have people like this sketch, if it is a sketch, like this dude who's calling in who sounds exactly like Elon Musk to the point that it's fooled both of them, that they're just in awe, like, I can't believe Elon Musk is on the show. And at the same time, no one can truly now say, well, with complete certainty, this is not Elon Musk. I can tell because of this. Or no, with complete certainty, this is actually the real Elon Musk, right? It's getting that good and it's that accessible that people can do this. But that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about us all becoming the Borg. They've already, like, he laid that out, right? It's like, you know, according to Star Trek, the prophecy has been fulfilled. The movies, mind you, not the TV series, but that movie was pretty scary. And then we all learned what happens if we become, you know, like a hive mind. So we shouldn't allow ourselves to be that. And then here comes the real Elon Musk, who's like, hive minds are based, actually. You all want the hive mind. Give in to the hive mind.
Delivered to you in an altered format that somehow benefits whatever centralized entity created that tech. Is that correct?
I'm talking about having our perceptions delivered by an external force with the intention.
Exactly, but how is that a problem if the perceptions that you're being delivered are more than what you already get? I mean, you have a bunch of sensors that are available to you right now, like, say, for instance, your eyes. You have your limbs that sense differences in temperature. You have sensors in your
and
fingers.
those are already being manipulated. Those are already being manipulated, right, Adrian?
Yeah, but how's that a bad thing? Yeah, but how's that a bad thing?
Yeah, that's kind of like what I was thinking. Like, Hero, bro, you already watched the news. It's too late, all right? You're already part of the hive mind. Every single one of you. You're listening to me right now. I don't know if it's on YouTube or Twitch or maybe some fancy third thing I haven't even heard of yet. But because you're listening to me and my voice is reaching you in one way or another, you have joined the hive mind. Welcome. Welcome to the Borg. Yeah, and the gayification will commence very shortly, by the way. That was always the plan. That's what the woke mind virus, Elon knew. He knew that if the woke mind virus was spread to enough people, once it gets activated and the gayification, it'll intensify. It'll be rapid. But don't fight it. Embrace it. It'll be fun and great and gay. You'll enjoy yourselves.
This is, on its own, it seems very benign. I don't understand where the negative element is. I can only assume that where the negative element is that somehow what is being given to you is false or steers you in a particular direction that benefits the centralized entity that is manipulating your perceptions and the data that's delivered to you. That is then therefore your perception, right?
I think it does come down to where the feed comes from. David, you see what he's saying?
Exactly that. And, well, you know, augmented reality.
They're so excited. They actually think they're talking to Elon Musk. I don't know at this point, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what's funnier. I don't know if this is funnier, if it's the real Elon Musk, or funnier if it's a fake Elon Musk impersonator. I can't tell. That's the true mystery that I gotta find out.
Anyway, from my point of view, but you know, I'm 72. That's my coming up. That's my perception. But if I'm being delivered a sense of perception that gets me to stand up and walk out this room now, when I wouldn't do that if I was sitting here. That is not augmented reality. That is a takeover of reality. And if you are a force that wants to control people, and what are we?
If he's fake, he's the best impersonation. Well, no, the thing is, you could do this easily with AI. Like, I could sound like Elon Musk right now, pretty pitch perfect with an AI, one of those voice filters, and you can have them run in real time now. So, and they're easily accessible because, again, they're doing the same thing that like the art generators do. They are actually just data harvesting all the audio clips of a single person in the case of Elon Musk to try and replicate like an AI voice simulator. And again, the more that the real Elon Musk speaks in the real world, the more recordings there are of him, the better it becomes trained on his particular voice. And a burner account in order to lavish praise on himself. The allegations gained traction over the weekend after the popular comedic user known to Liam Neeson brought attention to the claim. Neeson and others have said that the user Adrian Dittman, which regularly gives a claim to Musk and his companies, actually belongs to the billionaire. The matter was only made worse when Neeson's account, which boasted well over 250,000 followers, went offline shortly after. Ooh, this is some strong new evidence presented before the jury. Yeah, that's interesting. That sounds like Elon, like in terms of his calling card. Whenever anyone gets remotely close to something embarrassing to him, he's like, just delete, and then afterwards be like, no, that was because of real-time assassination coordinates, and all the that account was trying to kill me, and then the journalists reporting on the account were trying to kill me too. Everyone was trying to assassinate me. Assassins everywhere. But don't worry, I had Shaolin style, and I stopped stop them, and we're good now. So I will restore them because I am free speech man, and I love every one of you. While many have accused Musk of suspending the account, a notice of Nissan's profile simply states that it no longer exists. Nissan, who's known to regularly criticize Musk, had also been suspended from X earlier this month for allegedly violating the platform's terms of service. The Dittman account garnered widespread attention earlier this month after appearing in an X Spaces audio chat with InfoWars host Alex Jones, joined for the conspiracy theorist David Icke, who believes that the world's top leaders are actually lizards. Jones and his guests both questioned whether they were actually talking to Musk based on the individual's eerily similar speech. Others, though, suggested the voice in the Spaces could have been a cloning effort using AI. Musk called it a next level, although Dittman denied he used AI, saying that it was his voice. Users began examining Dittman's account and found that he often replied to Musk's official account. In one example, Dittman responded to a tweet from Musk alongside his child by proclaiming, "You're an amazing father, Elon. Your kids are very lucky to have you." If that was the real Elon Musk, this is so sad, because it would show that Elon Musk wants to have a simulated version of being a good dad instead of having to actually be a good dad, but then he still wants someone to lavish praise upon him, so he does it himself.
Dang. Dude, my mind's literally melting out from my ears right now. That's great. Like, my heart rate is up at maximum level, even though that's not yeah. I'm there. Dude, are you going to break the internet and give me a follow back, please, sir?
Who are you?
Adrian?
Dude, this guy just joined the space and he sounded exactly.
So this is a 2024 kind of a story. Couldn't be doing this story, you know, maybe like 6 or 7 years ago, because the technology, this wasn't there. Because the plausible deniability, so this could be, again, 2 people, there could be multiple people, there could be, it was Elon Musk back in the day, but now, because he doesn't want people to think it is him, he's trying to deflect by having someone else play him using AI. That could be the case. It could not be Elon Musk at all. It could just be an Elon Musk superfan who also has an AI, like, you know, impersonation of him and called into InfoWars. Could be that.
Exactly like
That's
you.
great.
Like, no way.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking epic.
I can't tell if the real one is talking or.
Yo, this is a fully recursive psyop. That's what this is.
Fully recursive.
We live in a
And oh man, it's just the kind of stuff that the Elon crew eats up. They're like, I don't know what's more based for daddy. Is it more based that like daddy's okay with this, or is it more based that this is daddy? And this is a bit because daddy's meme master. That's what Grok taught me. Like Grok wouldn't lie. Grok said that he's the meme lord. So maybe meme lord daddy is like memeing before our eyes right now.
Yeah, we are the simulation. I mean, I literally put out a tweet saying, hey, we are the Matrix. Like, we make our own things real. And my idea is like saying, hey, I don't want to break the Matrix. I want to reshape it such that it agrees with us. Like, that's my mission personally. I don't want to break. I want to shape. So, like, no.
I mean, at some point there's just going to be like 100 AI clones of me that just sound exactly the same.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing, the thing is, this is not AI. That's the best part. This is like what I unironically sound like all the time. This is like natural me. Yeah, I can prove it. Here, let me KYC for you. Yum, 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 yum. So like you can hear my meat flaps. I think that works. Does that work? What else do I have to do to prove? It's like, I got Elon dying right now. That's great. That's something. The moment you got Elon Musk dying from your jokes, that's like the highest level. That's like peak civilization. It's like, hey, I made them.
I don't know. It's inconclusive. As of now. The fact that they're loving it so much, I don't know how that sways me in one way or another, you know? The fact that like this is just like the epic for all of them and they think this is the funniest thing ever. And then Elon would love that too, you know? Okay, let's poll. Chats. 1's in chats if you think it's Elon. 2 if you don't think it's Elon. 3 you're unsure. Just unofficial poll. 1 you think it's Elon Musk. 2 it's not Elon Musk. 3 you don't know. Wow, overwhelming 1s in Twitch chat. I haven't seen YouTube chat. Hey, what up, Letterhack? Oh, so that's interesting. YouTube is going 3. Oh no, now YouTube's going 2. That is really interesting. I wonder what this says about society. That we live in a society, TM. I think that's it. Yeah. Huh.
I made the guy who's going to put us on Mars laugh. That's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's fucking great. That's epic.
The fact that he's speaking so much, there is some desperation there. And you know, it's someone who's like, you've got like 70% of a bit working with your audience. So 70% of your audience is like, yeah, this is fucking hilarious. The other one, people are kind of like, I don't know what's going on right now. So you're really trying to like sell it.
Yeah. Let's say I am absolutely enjoying this. I'm absolutely enjoying this platform.
That sound exactly like me, and then what happens?
Yeah, dude. A lot of people actually think I am you, and like keep saying, "Hey, I've never seen." That's good.
Where did Elon Parody go?
I am my own psyop.
Elon Parody.
Yeah, you are.
Elon Parody.
Yeah, it's me again.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is part 3. That's where there's nothing. Honestly, there's nothing better than to hear you laugh this much. Like I can only imagine the kind of stress you're under.
So funny.
Vaughn Decker, thank you for the tier 1. See, right now it sounds like an Elon Musk super fan who's just like, Daddy, I know like life is hard, so I'm so happy I can make you laugh, Daddy, with my funny comedy routine, Daddy. But it could also be Elon Musk, because it could be him saying that kind of stuff because he's just so sad and desperate.
Yeah, dude.
For love.
For the past couple of weeks, I basically. Oh God, I can't do this.
This is too much.
It's so,
Oh my God.
Look, there's 8 billion people on Earth, so
Yes.
odds are
Yes.
there's someone who sounds like you somewhere, and you are that person.
Yes. It gets worse. It gets worse. It gets so much worse. It gets so much worse.
I can't honestly. I don't believe you're not me.
Yeah, that's a theory.
You are
That's a
me.
theory. People think I'm legitimately your clone. There's been theories that I'm one of your Neuralink experiments. Can you like clarify that?
I think I'm leaning towards it's not Elon Musk. Overall, I'm getting close to my kind of final verdict here, because this seems like something that, again, anyone could do with one of those AI voice filters. And then the fact that Elon Musk and company are eating it up so much and seem to, for one reason or another, think it's epic. It's making me lean towards it's not actually Elon Musk. The fact that they're so happy with this whole thing.
Then you all know it's me. This is me.
It's weird.
I don't know. Dude.
Problems. AI can do everything.
Yeah.
It's too fast
Yeah,
to
but
be
there's a few
AI, I
things
think.
Yeah, that's the thing though. This is not AI. I mean, okay, let's say I speak closer to a microphone. Does that work? Like if I speak closer to, I don't know. That might prove it. That's the KYC, the non-bot proof. Yeah.
Well, where'd you grow up?
Where'd I grow up? Basically everywhere, right? Like that's the thing. I used
Hard Rock Life there. So yeah. So
I also feel like Elon isn't smart enough to be in the spaces as himself and all to not fuck it up. Yeah, I mean, that is true. It seems like a very simple thing for someone to do, but I could see Elon fucking it up. Point where when there's clips of him that are utterly embarrassing, they're going to start being like, oh, that wasn't actually him. No, that's just like a deep fake. Yeah, have you heard the deep fakes? There's this guy who like successfully has been deep faking Elon Musk for a while, and people believe it. So there could be that, you know? Yeah, he did script the descent to space. We can't forget that. But that's part of the reason why, like, yeah, I know Elon Musk overpaid for Twitter, almost double. It was like valued at 22, paid like 44. It's now estimated to be somewhere around 7. And everyone's just like, wow, that is just like such an incredible loss of money. Huge destruction of value. Even he took away the branding, like the branding that people would spend billions of dollars to achieve. He took that away. Well, he tried to. People still just like want to make fun of him by calling it Twitter, no matter how much he tries to call it the everything X app. But yeah, he did all that. There is a point, though, that like a certain amount of value to him is his ability to now destroy the flow or control the flow of information in one respect, which is obviously very, very handy for the world's richest human being who does want to control and manipulate the flow of information. And in that respect, like Twitter was, you know, the social media platform that was used by journalists, that was used by politicians, that was used by so many people who, you know, that would be your first to-go source for like breaking news. It'd be like, oh, someone just from, you know, Capitol Hill is tweeting right now, and then that's what's happening. And now people are going to report on that tweet and stuff like that. Easily one of the cheapest social media platforms you could both buy and then run into the ground the way he has and turn it into complete disinformation central, where nothing is real anymore, right? Like everything that gets put on Twitter, everyone's just like, oh shit, well, before I talk about this, I gotta go, yeah, no, that's just video game footage. That never happened. Yeah, no, that is actually a neo-Nazi. Yep, that's another neo-Nazi, verified neo-Nazi account. Oh, this.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Can you please hit the like and subscribe button and maybe leave a comment? It really does help the videos out. But first, the people who produce everything you see before you and make this entire channel possible: Amazing Fletch, Anna Loves Riley, Ariane McCarthy, Cheryl Alvarez, Doug Caddy, Everything Important, Hagbard Celine, Multimondi, Omni, Peanut Butter Blondie, Political Puppy, Quiet 185, Rachel K, Riley and Anna, Roller Dragon, Ruby K, Cernicus, Spinach Monster, Stellar Vision, Sebastian Demel, Trevbot.exe, Words Greenwood, and Travis McClinton. And also, thank you to every other person who helps fund this show. Their names are on the screen right now. It would not be possible without every single one of them. We cannot thank you enough. And if you want to join the Patreon, please come to patreon.com/theserfs and help us exist.